Vignetting is another one of the new effects that we've got inside of Camera Raw 6, which is what comes with Photoshop CS5. And the whole vignetting thing, and you're going to find it if you're in your basic panel, just go, it's over toward the right-hand side. It's called effects now. Okay. Inside of it, you find green, which is a new effect, which we talk about in another video, but you find this post-crop vignetting. And post-crop vignetting came out in the last version of Photoshop. And what it let us do is if we crop the photo, because lens vignetting has become very popular, not necessarily lens vignetting, but the effect of vignetting, which is darkening the edges and just drawing people in. That's become very popular, kind of burning in. Well, what happened was in earlier versions of Camera Raw, if you'd cropped your photo, the vignetting didn't work. It'd go out to the edges here, even though if my photo was cropped, let's just say to an area over here. So they added post crop, which now, no matter how I crop my photo, it's always going to come in from every single edge, even if this photo had been cropped differently. Well, the thing is, back in CS4, what we got was basically just what I call the lame overlay. And the lame overlay was just this darkening. It just looked like somebody painted black, a low opacity black around the edges of the photo. And to me, that wasn't the effect that I was looking for. I'm looking for more of that burned in effect. And the way the lens vignetting setting used to work, even though it didn't work on cropped photos, was more of a burned in effect. Well, what they've done here is they've given you some choices here. You've got highlight and color priority. So highlight, and you're going to see an immediate change here. What highlight priority does, and this is my favorite one, I'll tell you right up front, is highlight burns in. It's what I call burning in the edges. And you can see it's got kind of that burned look to it. Let me zoom in for you on an edge here. And you can see the blues kind of get deeper, and it looks like it's burned in. The blue is deeper. It's changed colors almost, but I like the effect. I don't know that I would go quite this high. All right, so I'd probably back it off a little bit. And maybe somewhere right around there. And I'll back out a little bit and we can kind of see the before and after here. Okay, so if I click the preview, that's before and that's after. So I like this effect. I like highlight priority for 99% of my photos. The other one here that could be useful is color priority, and this one is more of a taste. I find people don't like it as much. Color priority says, I'm still going to darken, and I'm still going to do a little of that burning in, but I'm going to try to maintain the color a little bit more. So you're not going to see the blue change as drastically as you did when you saw it change here in highlight priority. It gets darker, and even a dark blue, almost black in certain areas, where with color priority, it maintains a lot of that and just gets a little bit more deeper. But to me, it's not quite the effect I'm looking for. Most of the time, I want this highlight priority setting because that's going to give me that burned in effect. I might not use it so much or so high. And then I always follow it up here with a feather setting because it's going to look really abrupt if you don't. But if you use this feather setting, it really smooths it out between the edges and the corners and where that vignetting starts to go in. All right, again, this is in Camera Raw 6, which comes with Photoshop CS5. When you go to your effects panel, just keep it, the default is highlight priority, and that really is the one that everybody seems to like the most. If you're going to try something else, give color priority a try, and basically just stay away from paint overlay.